Hey, Jane's back. Um, yeah, so what surprised me about the color of law, um, look how nice this coral is. It won't stay away. Um, anyways, was I grew up in 3 different areas, and like you can see segregation differently in each area, but like it never like resonated in my brain like how different the segregation was. Because I was like never really focused on that, so that was intriguing and like drew that out in my brain. Yeah, United States is more segregated than I thought it was, which is also crazy to me. Um, my own community, like I lived in 3 different areas, like I said, the rural, urban, and suburban, and you can clearly see differences between all of them, and that's like very not strong, but like it's a big difference. In my rural school, there was a lot more, like there wasn't segregation, but there was a lot more colored people that went to school with me. And then in my suburban, there was like maybe less than 5. Like it was just different. I think this does mainly rely on like your class status, but I went to public schools, so it also could be relied on transportation and stuff like that, because obviously you have to live in like the district to go to the school. Yeah. Basically what they could afford at the time, obviously. Um, my city alone, Clarkson, is a very not segregated, but like we don't have that many people of color, or like a lot of races there, which is like kind of crazy to think about. There's 2 sides to the story. I think this Color of Law did pretty good at explaining that really well. It mainly focused on segregation for like incomes of like colored people, and like basing on the housing, which was like intriguing to me. But overall, I think it did pretty good at explaining everything. Obviously, it could go into more depth on the other side of the story, but if your community or no school are racial segregated, how does this result in fewer interracial? Okay, so since where I lived, and I lived in 3 different areas, I became really good friends with people of other race. Like, one of my best friends, I went to daycare with her in Pontiac. And me and her, like, somehow, some way, we started at Pontiac, and we ended up at Clarkson together. Which is, like, so amazing. But, like, that was, like, one of my friendships that I carried through, like, forever. And, like, that's really cool. You learn more about people with these type of friendships, and I think that's really cool. And like, because I learned like different perspectives on like things that I didn't know were a thing, and it's like just intriguing to learn about other people's lifestyles. What is one thing you liked to better understand about your home community and how you came to live there? I don't know. One fun fact about our community is in the old time, like when we just established, we have one of these houses. I forgot what it's called. I don't remember off the top of my head. And it was a underground railroad, and so it helped escaped like slaves or people running better themselves. But we as a community has kind of strayed away from that. Like we don't focus on that, which is also intriguing why we're kind of a segregated community because of it. It's just weird. I don't know if that was the right answer, but that's what I have to say about that. I wasn't really surprised that Chief Justice got his facts wrong. Everybody makes a mistake. I don't know. It was kind of just happens. I get my facts wrong all the time. Who else have I seen get their facts wrong? I don't know to that one. I don't really have any unanswered questions off the top of my head. But I did like this documentary, and I thought it was generally interesting to watch. I thought I was going to be really bored watching it, and it was just going to be like, oh, another homework assignment. But like, it kind of intrigued me and like made me want to learn a little bit more about it, because I think segregation needs to be stopped, and everybody deserves the best chance that they can get, and they can't get that due to the U.S.'s standards and policies. Maybe that's my social work talking, but it shouldn't affect the kids growing up today in America, because they should have the best potential future as they possibly can to survive. Anyways, that's what I have to say about that. This is a 6-minute video. We're doing amazing.